Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Smart Engineer. My name is Pooja Subhash Rao Deshmukh from International Center of Excellence in Engineering and Management College, Aurangabad. Today we are going to discuss on the topic that is chopper based DC motor drives, in which we will see basic chopper operation, analysis of class A chopper, 4-quadrant chopper, voltage commutated and current commutated chopper, control techniques in chopper, that is CLC, TRC, etc. Now in this video we will see these points, that is chopper circuit, type A, B, C, D, E chopper, and voltage commutated chopper, current commutated chopper, and its applications, merits and demerits. Before starting the video, we will discuss on the basics of chopper. Many industrial applications require power from DC voltage sources. Several of these applications, however, perform better in case these are fed from variable DC voltage sources. Example of such DC systems are subway cars, trolley buses, battery operated vehicles, battery charging, etc. In this figure, we show the circuit of chopper, which having input of fixed DC supply and output is the variable DC output. Now next figure is the block diagram of chopper circuit. Now we will see the operation of this. From AC supply systems, variable DC output voltage can be obtained through the use of phase controlled converters, as we discussed in before chapter, or motor generator sets. The conversion of fixed DC voltage to an adjustable DC output voltage through the use of semiconductor devices can be carried out by the use of two types of DC to DC converters. A chopper is a high-speed on-off semiconductor switch. It connects source to load and disconnects the load from source at a fast speed. In this manner, a chopped load voltage as obtained from constant DC supply of magnitude Vs. Chopper is represented by a switch inside a dotted rectangle, which may be turned on or off as desired. Now next one is the type A chopper, which is also known as first quadrant chopper. In this type of chopper, it is observed that a chopper circuit is also a type A chopper. When chopper CH1 is on, what will be the VO is equals to Vs, as shown in the figure. Current I0 flows in the arrow direction down. When CH1 is off, V0 is equals to 0. But I0 in the load continues, flowing in the same direction through freewheeling diode. It is thus seen that average values of both load voltage and current, that is V0 and I0, are always positive. This fact is shown by the hashed area in the first quadrant of V0 to I0 plane. The power flow in type A chopper is always from source to load. This chopper is also called step down chopper, as average output voltage V0 is always less than the input DC voltage, that is Vs. In this figure, this is the circuit diagram of chopper type A, and its waveforms. This is the operation of this chopper. Next one is the type B chopper, or it is also known as second quadrant chopper. Power circuit for this type of chopper is shown in the figure and its waveforms also. Note that the load must contain DC source E like a battery or DC motor in this chopper. L stores energy during T on is equals to on period of CH2, means when CH2 is off, V0 is equals to E plus L into di by dt, which exceeds source voltage Vs. As a result, diode D2 is forward bias and begins conduction, thus allowing power to flow to the source. Chopper CH2 may be on or off. Current I0 flows out of the load. Current I0 is therefore treated as negative, since V0 is always positive and I0 is negative. Power flow is always from load to source. We know that. As load voltage V0 is equals to E plus L into di by dt, we know the equation, is more than the voltage source Vs. Type B chopper is also called as step-up chopper. Both type A and type B chopper configuration have a common negative terminal between their input and output circuits. Now next one is the type C chopper. This type of chopper is obtained by containing type A and type B choppers in parallel as shown in the figure. The output voltage V0 is always positive because of the presence of freewheeling diode across the load. When CH2 is on or freewheeling diode FD conducts, output voltage V0 is equals to 0. And in case chopper CH1 is on or diode D2 conducts, output voltage V0 is equals to Vs. The load current I0 can however reverse its direction. Now the current I0 flows in the arrow direction. That is, load current is positive when CH1 is on or freewheeling diode conducts. Load current is negative if CH2 is on or D2 conducts. In other words, CH1 and freewheeling diode operate together as type A chopper in first quadrant. Likewise, CH2 and D2 operate together as type B chopper in second quadrant. Now the average load voltage is always positive, but average load current may be positive or negative as explained above. Therefore, power flow may be from source to load. In which quadrant? First quadrant. Or from load to source in second quadrant. Chopper CH1 and CH2 should not be on simultaneously, as this would lead to a direct short circuit on the supply line. This type of chopper configuration is used for motoring and regenerative braking of DC motors. The operating region of this type of chopper is shown in the figure by hashed area in first and second quadrants. This is the operation of this chopper. Now next one is the type D chopper, or also known as two quadrant type B chopper. The power circuit diagram of this chopper is as shown in the figure, and also its waveforms in first quadrant operation and negative fourth quadrant operation. The output voltage V0 is equals to Vs when both CH1 and CH2 are on and V0 is equals to negative Vs when both choppers are off but both diodes D1 and D2 conduct. Average output voltage V0 is positive when choppers turn on time, that is T on, is more than their turn off time T off. The distortion of the load current is always positive because choppers and diodes can conduct current only in the direction of arrows as shown in the figure. Waveforms of source current Is and chopper current ICH1 or ICH2 are also sketched in this figure. As average values of both V0 and I0 are positive, chopper operation in first quadrant is obtained and power flows from source to load in various waveforms for T on is less than T off. It is seen that average value of V0 is negative but that of I0 is positive. Fourth quadrant operation of type D chopper is obtained and power flows from load to source. So the average value of output voltage from V0 is equals to Vs into T on minus Vs into T off divided by T. Now next one is the type E chopper or fourth quadrant chopper. Figure shows that the type E chopper with circuit diagram and load EMF E and E reverse. The power circuit for the diagram of a 4-quadrant chopper is as shown. It consists of 4 semiconductor switches CH1 to CH4 and 4 diodes D1 to D4 in anti-parallel. Numbering of choppers CH1 to CH4 corresponds to their respective quadrant operation. For example, for first quadrant operation only CH1 is operated. For second quadrant operation only CH2 is operated and so on. So the working of this chopper in 4 quadrant explained as under. So the next operation of this chopper in which first quadrant. For first quadrant operation CH4 is kept on and CH3 is kept off and CH1 is operated. With CH1, CH4 on load voltage V0 is equals to Vs, that is source voltage, and load current IO begins to flow. Here both V0 and I0 are positive. First quadrant operation, when CH1 is turned off, positive current freewheels through CH4 and D2. In this manner, both V0 and I0 can be controlled in the first quadrant. Note that the type E chopper operates as a step down chopper in this quadrant. Now, second quadrant operation. Here CH2 is operated and CH1, CH3 and CH4 are kept off. With CH2 on, reverse or negative current flows through L, CH2, D4 and E. Inductance L stores energy during the time CH2 is on. When CH2 is turned off, current is fed back to source through diodes D1 and D4. Note that here E plus L into di by dt is more than the source voltage Vs, as load voltage V0 is positive and I0 is negative. It is second quadrant operation of chopper Also, power is fed back from load to source. Now the fourth quadrant, operation. Here CH4 is operated and other devices are kept off. Load EMF E has its polarity as shown in the figure. Its operation in the fourth quadrant with CH4 on, positive current flows through CH4 L and inductance L and E. Inductance L store energy during the time that is CH4 is on. When CH4 is turned off, current is fed back to the source through diodes D2 and D3. Here load voltage is negative but load current is positive, leading to the chopper operation in the fourth quadrant. Also, power is fed back from load to source. Here chopper operates as a step up chopper. This is the operation as we discussed earlier. Now next one is the thyristor chopper circuits. The process of opening and turning off a conducting thyristor is called commutation. In DC choppers, it is essential to provide a separate commutation circuitry to commutate the main power SCR. It may be recalled that the conducting thyristor can be turned off by reducing its anode current below holding current value and then applying a reverse voltage across the device to enable it and to regain its forward blocking capability. There are several ways of turning off a thyristor. All these methods differ from one another in the manner in which the commutation is achieved. All these methods in DC choppers, commutation circuitry has passed through numerous innovations. So, there are two types of commutations. First one is the voltage commutation and second is the current commutation. In voltage commutation, in this scheme, a conducting thyristor is commutated by the application of a pulse of large reverse voltage. This reverse voltage is usually applied by switching a previously charged capacitor. The sudden application of reverse voltage across the conducting thyristor reduces the anode current to zero rapidly. Then the presence of reverse voltage across the SCR aids in the completion of its turn off process. And the next is the current commutation. In this scheme, an external pulse of current greater than the load current is passed in the reverse direction through conducting SCR. When the current pulse attains a equal value to the load current, net pulse current through thyristor becomes zero and the device is turned off. The current pulse is usually generated by an initially charged capacitor. An important feature of current commutation is the connection of a diode in anti-parallel with the main thyristor so that the voltage drop across the diode reverse bias the main SCR. Now we will see these commutation techniques in detail. First one is the voltage commutated chopper. This is the diagram of voltage commutated chopper. One of the earliest chopper circuit which has been a wide use in the voltage commutated chopper. This chopper is generally used in high power circuits where load fluctuation is not very large. This chopper is also known as anti-parallel capacitor turn off chopper, impulse commutated chopper or classical chopper. It gives the power circuit diagram for this type of chopper. In this diagram, thyristor T1 is the main power switch. Commutation circuitry for this type of chopper is made up of an auxiliary thyristor. Working of this chopper can start only if the capacitor C is charged with polarities as marked. This can be achieved in one of the two ways. First one is the closed switch S, so that the capacitor gets charged to voltage Vs through source Vs, Cs and charging resistance Rc. Switch S is then open. And next one is the auxiliary thyristor TA is triggered so that C gets charged through source VSC TA and the load. The charging current through capacitor C decays and as it reaches 0. So the Vs is equals to Vc and TA is turned off. Next one is the current commutated chopper. The power circuit diagram for current commutated chopper is shown in the figure. In this diagram, T1 is the main thyristor. The other components, namely auxiliary thyristors TA, capacitor C, inductor L, diodes D1, D2, constitute commutation circuitry. Freewheeling diode is the and RC is the charging resistor. Simplifying, assumption of the chopper are as load current is constant, SCRs and diodes are ideal switches and charging resistance RC is so large that it can be treated as open circuit during the commutation interval. Like voltage commutated chopper, energy for current commutation comes from the energy stored in a capacitor. Therefore, first of all, capacitor C is charged to a voltage Vs so that the energy for commutation process is available. Capacitor C is charged through voltage through source Vs. Capacitor C and the charging resistor Rc to a voltage Vs. After this, main thyristor T1 is fired at T is equals to 0 so that the load voltage V0 is equal to Vs and the load current I0 is equals to I0 up to with the turning on of T1, commutation circuitry remains inactive. Initiation of commutation process begins with the turning on of thyristor. The commutation process for its easy grasp is divided into various modes. Now, the assumption of this chopper is as load current is constant. We know that. SCRs and diodes are ideal. Charging capacitor is so large that it can be treated as open circuit. We know that as we discussed earlier. Now, the merits of this chopper are as commutation is reliable as long as the load current is less than the peak commutating current, that is ICP. Capacitor is always charged with the correct polarity and TA is naturally commutated as its commutating current passes through 0 in the ringing circuit formed by L and C. Now, the last point of this chapter is the control methods of the chopper. The output DC voltage can be verified by the following methods, that is constant frequency control or PWM method, and next one is the variable frequency control. In first, that is PWM method, pulse width modulation. The pulse width on of the output waveform which is varied keeping chopping frequency f and hence chopping period t constant. Therefore, output voltage is varied by varying the on time, that is t on. In next method, that is variable frequency control, in this method the control chopping frequency f is varied, keeping either the T on or T off constant. This method is also known as the frequency modulation method. In frequency modulation method has to be varied over a wide range. In this method produces harmonics in the output and for large T of load current may be discontinuous. Now the chopper merits and demerits. The merits of the chopper are capable of commutating any amount of load current. Also, no commutating inductor is required. Filtering requirements are minimum as it can work as high frequencies in which kilohertz. And the demerits of the chopper are peak load voltage is twice the supply. It needs higher switching losses, hence lesser efficiency. Also, freewheeling diode is subject to twice the supply. Commutating capacitor has to carry full load current at a frequency that is half the chopping frequency. Now also the applications of chopper. Chopper are used for DC motor control. Also battery supplied vehicles. In solar and wind energy conservation, it is also used in electric cars, airplane and spaceships where onboard regulated DC power supplies are required. Chopper circuits are used as chopper supplies in computers, commercial electronics, electronics instruments, etc. Thank you.